Hi guys, it's Riley. Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome to what is going to be my final ever sixth form vlog. This is the last time that I'm going to be filming anything related to my sixth form journey, which is crazy to say because it's been a wild 2 years. But we're not going to get too sentimental yet. There'll be plenty of opportunity to get sentimental later on. So it is currently the last day of May. It's the 31st of May today and it's 4 o'clock. I've been pretty much revising all day. I had a sudden switch yesterday. It was so funny. I was messaging one of my friends and he mentioned that like in an hour's time it was about to be one day until exams, and I just went into a full-on panic mode since then because I've been working a bit this half term, but I just don't feel like I've worked enough. It kind of stressed me out a bit, so I've been locking in today. So I have 2 exams tomorrow. I have law paper 2 and English paper 2, and I will be completely done with English after tomorrow. And then later this week I have sociology paper 2 on Wednesday, and then next week I have law paper 3 on Tuesday and then sociology paper 3 on Friday. These are going to be my last exams. If you haven't already, go and watch my first exam vlog. I will leave a link in the description if you guys are interested. I'd highly recommend watching it. Cover all my paper 1s, so in this vlog we're going to be covering all 3 paper 2s and both my paper 3s as well. Anyway, so my revision process has been a little bit sporadic. It's kind of just like come out of the blue, but I think it's going to be really effective. I've been making super last minute flashcards. If you've been around for a while, then you'll know that I am a digital flashcard person. I use Gizmo for all my flashcards and I absolutely love it. But I've decided to make some paper flashcards for this particular exam because one thing that I have been finding effective, and one thing that I wish I'd realized sooner, is that people testing me is really effective. And so I've been making these little flashcard sets. So I will show you psychiatric injury as an example. The number here just refers to how many flashcards there were. I have some of like key cases or like definitions or any sort of key information that I need to remember for each of the things. They call them like structures. That's what we've been taught. And I was practicing testing with my sister earlier and it's working quite well. So I'm going to be using this for the exam tomorrow. I think I need to move on to just doing a little bit of English though, because I don't want to neglect it. So I'm going to fire up my laptop and just do some Gizmo on everything I have. And then we will do some blurting and some essay plans as well. I have a set plan of what I want to do and I've been trying to chip away at it. I would have wanted to have had all of these done, but I've got like 4 or 5 topics left to go. As I say, they're like really quick, so I'm trying not to think about it too much. I'm trying to literally just have like the cases and the content and just being like really quick and super brief with it as well. Okay, random switch to my camera because my phone storage is full. My plan, I want to go through and test myself or get one of my family to test me on all of these and the other ones that I'm going to make English as well, because tomorrow I have got my double exam day. I have got 2 back-to-back exams pretty much. So English paper 2 is in the morning, 2.5 hours. I'll be done by 11:30, and then I have an afternoon exam which is law paper 2, which starts at 1. So I'm praying that the exam is going to start on time at 11:30, no, at 9 o'clock exactly tomorrow, so it finishes at exactly 11:30, and then I can just get out of there, take like 5 seconds to breathe before jumping into revision for the next exam. It's going to be really intense, and the next exam after that is also going to be intense because, being so for real here, I've not looked at the content properly and I have 1 solid day to just dedicate it to revising everything. So quite why I'm deciding to vlog, I don't know. I'm a little bit stressed just because of how intense the next couple of exams are going to be and how I don't feel like the revision that I put in has been enough, and nor has it been very effective so far. But I can't spend time being hooked up on that because I can only change what I can do now. I can shape what I'm going to do after this, so it is fine. It is completely okay. We're gonna get through it. Hello you guys, good evening. It is 8:15 right now and I just did a little clean up of my room because it was looking a little bit of a mess. I just had stuff out all day from where I've been revising and stuff. I'm going to begin kind of like my exam pre-routine thing that I always do. I always try to do some yoga and some meditation in the evening. Before an exam, I really feel like it helps to ground me and just put me in such like a positive headspace. So I always make some time to do that. And then I will also make sure that I'm in bed on time. So my goal is to be in bed by 10 o'clock today. How am I feeling for the exams tomorrow? Honestly, I don't think I'm quite prepared enough. I think there's still a few things that I want to just look over this evening. I'm not going to do anything that's too intense. I'm literally just going to be doing some like quite easy stuff. I feel a little bit unprepared, especially for English. I feel like I put a lot of effort into law today and not enough into English. Like I've done some English stuff, but also this paper, guys, it's stressing me out so much because there's been some like really good questions in the past, but then there's also been some really like obscure ones that don't really work for our texts, because there's a lot more texts to choose from for this paper than there is for the first paper. Well, no, there's not. It's just the text combination that we do. I find that it's a bit difficult for some of the questions, so I don't know if I'm like prepared enough, but it'll be completely fine. I need to be up at 6 o'clock tomorrow because I'm going to be leaving my house by 6:45, ready to get to campus for about 7:30. Now, I know this seems like really strange, but I like to get to campus early before my exam so I have some time to go over some things that I want to go over. And I've really been trying to like make the most of like my pre-exam routines in A-levels, because I think that's something I struggled with at GCSE, because in my eyes exams are such a mind game, and so this routine helps to put me into the exam mindset, as well as my little study playlist I have that's got me through GCSEs, and it's slowly getting me through A-levels as well. I don't think I'm gonna vlog too much this evening because there's not much going on. I'm literally just gonna go try and get my sister to test me on the flashcards that I've made. I haven't made every single topic on flashcards, but I've got a sheet with all the information on, so I still have like access to it. And then for English, obviously everything's online, and I don't know, I'm just scared that the stuff that I've got picked out isn't going to cover like the question that comes up tomorrow, but it's completely fine. It'll be okay. So I will try and vlog a little bit tomorrow morning for you guys just before the exam, just check in with you guys to see how I'm truly feeling and just show you a little bit more of like my pre-exam like revision. Probably I try to make sure that it's more active and that it's effective, because if I'm going to spend time doing it, it has to be effective. I'm also really curious to see how the transition between the morning and the afternoon exam is going to go. I will see you guys in the morning, ready for what I'm calling double doom. See you guys in the morning. Yeah, so I didn't end up filming on Monday whatsoever. Completely just abandoned you guys. I think it was honestly just quite intense, and I just didn't want the pressure of vlogging on top of everything. And I was also probably just being a little bit lazy, in all honesty. We keep it real around here. Yeah, I just don't think that I was in the headspace to be vlogging, but I went into school around the time that I wanted to, got some revision done, probably ate a croissant. Oh no, actually, hang on, I'm editing this so much later, so everything's just coming back to me now. The classroom I usually go in before my exam was locked, and there wasn't a teacher around to unlock it, so I had to sit in the library to do it, and it was hot because it had been closed all half term, so I was just like, So I just sat down with my laptop and basically did what I would do on a whiteboard just on my laptop, because it was just more convenient for me, just doing some blurting, just going over some stuff. Then my friends joined and we headed down to the exam hall together, did the exam. You'll see my debrief on the exam in a little second. Then we came back from the exam, hopped into the library, started to work on going through some stuff for law, also ate some lunch as well, you know, to just refuel the body a little bit. Then we went into another classroom that was open, stressed out about the exam a little bit more, and then headed down to the exam hall again to get ready for the paper. And yeah, so we're going to jump to Tuesday now, and I'm going to give you my little exam debrief. Okay. Hello everybody. Not gonna lie, it is the day after the exam now, and I haven't done an exam debrief yet, so we are going to do one 24 hours after it should have been done. So, morning exam, English paper 2. It was a really nice paper. I actually liked the unseen extract, and H.G. Wells did not come up, so I'm happy. I didn't want him to come up at all because I'm not a massive fan of his works and I find them kind of hard to understand, but the extract that we did get was easy to understand. Also, I'm sorry, I'll probably look like a literal toe right now. I literally just got home and I'm like hot and I'm tired and I'm like sweating and whatever. That's a conversation for another day. Yeah, the paper was really good. I'm quite confident in my answers and I feel like I can get the grade that I need to get for that paper, and I don't think it went too bad. The comparison question, I had no idea what one of the words meant in the general dystopia question, but the handmaids question I really liked. I think it was a pretty good one, so I am happy with how that went. Then law in the afternoon was again a really good paper. They have been really nice to us this year and honestly quite straightforward at times, so I'm hoping it doesn't get too bad for these last few exams. The 10 marker I was a little bit iffy on because it was very vague and it didn't really give us a specific thing to focus on, so I'm not too confident with that one. And then with the one of the multiple choice questions threw me off, and also the nature of law 5 marker because I just didn't revise that bit and I completely forgot to revise it, and unfortunately it came up, so I'm probably spouting utter nonsense in that question, so hopefully they feel bad for me and just give me 5 marks. That's really not going to happen, but whatever. Is it literally 2 seconds after I last filmed that clip? Yes. Have I attempted to make it look like it's completely the next day? Sure, I have. Okay, so today has been a focused, well, no, it's not been focused whatsoever, but today was supposed to be a revision day for sociology, paper 2 tomorrow, and in all honesty, I'm still not feeling confident. I've revised a bit today, but I'm just so overwhelmed by all the content because we've spent so much time on paper 3 because we had to play catch up because there was some stuff we forgot to cover, and we spent a lot of time preparing for paper 1 as well, and so paper 2 has just been kind of left neglected. But thankfully, my teacher sent out a PowerPoint at the end of the day with all the last minute information that we need to know, including some of her predictions and things like that. So I think I'm going to focus primarily on the predictions, but there's still some stuff I need to review. It's going to be a busy evening. I'm going to try and focus quite well tonight because I need to just be feeling somewhat prepared for tomorrow, because right now I just don't feel prepared whatsoever, and if I sat that exam right now, I don't think I'd be able to get very many marks. I didn't feel very confident like at this given point whatsoever, but we're going to hold on to a bit of positivity because we can get there. We just need to stay focused and we just need to actually do stuff and probably not spend the entire evening yapping to a camera for sure, but we're going to do it. I am going to take a shower in a little bit. I actually do want to drink my tea and kind of have just a brief second to kind of breathe for a second, and then I'm going to take a shower, try and do some work before dinner, and then eat dinner, continue doing some work, and then we're going to do my whole pre-exam routine again. I'm feeling pretty tired today, honestly, which is quite strange considering I've had a lot of caffeine, and also my watch told me I got a like 100% perfect sleep score, which rarely happens. The only other time that happened was before law paper 1. It doesn't even happen on like the weekends when I have the time to sleep, so quite how I manage that I don't know. I also had 3 very random dreams. Do I want to share them? Sure. One of them, I was moving into a university house and meeting people for the first time. 2 of the people were my brother, but apparently they were just different people. My second dream was that we were at school. We had like another fire alarm. We've had so many the last 2 years. Basically, as we were walking back inside, there was like a massive queue of people, and for some reason the Kardashians were in there. Like it was Kim, Courtney, and then Kendall was there as well, and I was asking them like I was some paparazzi, are you guys going to be releasing Keeping Up on UK Hulu? And they were like ignoring me and kind of being like mean girl energy. And then I'm pretty sure Kendall said like, no, it's pretty irrelevant anyways, I don't like it, I never rewatch it, and then they laughed and ran away. And then the third dream, I was working on a train and you had to do like bits and bobs outside the train, and there was like a button you had to press to make the train start moving so that the driver could drive it, and then after that you had to kind of jump on the train while it was moving, and so I pressed the button and then didn't jump onto the train and messed up everything apparently. So I don't really know what's going on in my head right now. Yesterday I had a dream about, well, the night before I had a dream about results day, and then my UCAS wasn't working, so clearly I have a lot on my mind right now. I don't know either. I don't know if I ever shared this, but for English paper 1 I actually had a dream the night before, and I had a dream I was doing the exam in like a small room, and I remember flicking through the exam paper and there were 2 names that stood out. One, Professor P. Exoto, who is the professor in the historical notes of The Handmaid's Tale. Don't quite know why I was dreaming about that when I was doing paper 1. And then the other name I saw was Polonius, and the scene that we got for Hamlet had Polonius in it, and Polonius was pretty much like the main character who was speaking, so I somehow predicted the paper, but I've had no other dreams like that. Can I just say, I'm terrified for this exam tomorrow. I feel so unprepared. Like, there's 40 marker content I need to look over now because this is ridiculous. This is stupid. I feel like I look gross. Also, what the hell is this wind? Go away. It's like pathetic fallacy or something. Good morning, everybody. Today is, I don't even know what day of the week it is. Wednesday, the 3rd of June today. And it's sociology paper 2 day. I feel like I look disgusting today, if I'm being honest. I got 5.5 hours of sleep, apparently. I woke up at like 20 past 5, probably close to 5 by that point. Not intentionally, I was just awake. And yeah, all in all, not having a great time at the minute. I'm a lot more stressed. Girl, I am so much more stressed than I was in my first exam vlog, so I feel like my vlogging has gone completely sporadic. My hair is also growing and like I need to go get a cut to make me feel better, but I'm not going to. I can't. I am so unprepared for this exam today. Like, one of the units, I'm gonna be real, I haven't even gone over. But it's the research methods unit, which you can usually just bullshit your way through by throwing in a couple of like fancy scientific terms. I don't know. You don't need studies for it, which is why I haven't revised it. So I'm going to just have to briefly look over the spec today, make sure I'm aware of things. For the second unit, I'm terrified, if I'm being honest. I am so unprepared. I don't even know if I've covered everything. I think I have covered everything, but I just don't think I've covered it where I'm ready. I'm just done with sociology. Not to be pessimistic, but I feel like if I miss my grade for extra, it's going to be because of sociology. And I'm sorry I keep putting that into the universe, but I'm just not confident right now, and I just don't believe in myself whatsoever, which is probably not good. I didn't do my pre-exam yoga yesterday because I got the random urge to do an actual workout instead. Kind of regret, because I don't feel like I'm in an exam headspace right now. All in all, not feeling ready. Not sure this is going to go particularly well, but we'll just get in and just give it a go, you know? give you a catch up because I literally have not vlogged since Wednesday. Okay, I do actually have some revision to do, so we're going to keep it snappy, short and sweet. So, literally the last time I vlogged was Wednesday, and it's Monday now, and I literally haven't like vlogged anything since before my exam. Honestly, I'm just more all over the place. You know, we're at the end of exam season now. I literally have 4 days to go until the end, I think. We're kind of running on fumes at this point. I don't really know what's going on. I'm kind of all over the place, but also not all over the place, but also like doing great or doing fine or whatever. I don't really know how to explain it. Anyways, let me give you guys the rundown of what's happened. So the last thing I vlogged was before my sociology exam, and I got myself very worked up for that exam. I was very stressed. I was convinced that I didn't know anything, that the exam was going to go really badly, that it was going to completely mess up my university offers. Obviously, I have not had the grade back yet, but I do feel that it was pretty good. I don't think that there was anything outstanding that went wrong. I went in, I answered all the questions, I gave it all my best shot. I'm trying to avoid looking up what one of the questions meant because I don't know if I got it particularly right. I was getting worked up, and then literally I had a sudden like switch, like 10 minutes before we were going to go down to the exam hall. I was in the library with everyone else, which was a bit weird and not normally like me. I don't usually like to be with other people before the exam, but for some reason I was today. I think it was the croissants. The croissants was so good. I took myself to the classroom I usually go in before the exam, and I was alone, put my headphones on. I searched up meditation music on Spotify, and I just played some like meditation music. I didn't do like a specific meditation. I just sat there with the music in my ears, sat in kind of like the meditation pose I usually do, which is literally just cross-legged, and I looked over a few things, I breathed, and I convinced myself that it was going to be okay. And I'm so glad that I did that, because I was literally doing it for probably about like 5 minutes or something like that, and it was literally a switch. It's like a switch went off, and I was literally like, okay, it's gonna be fine, I'm calm, we got this, we'll be fine. That was it. After that, I kind of went into sort of revision mode. I haven't gone to any classes, partly because like basically everything is done now, and I don't feel like there's anything more that any of my teachers can give. I mean, I literally have 2 more exams now, which is crazy. I cannot believe I'm done on Friday. That's actually insane. So I've been doing bits of revision on Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I feel like I didn't do that much revision. I stupidly made the decision to start a new Minecraft world. God knows why I didn't just wait until this Friday, but I had the urge to start a Minecraft world, and so I did, and I've been having too much fun on that this weekend, and I need to stop because there will be plenty of time for that after Friday. Honestly, I've just kind of been here, there and everywhere, a little bit stressed. I mean, it kind of hasn't sunk in that I have another exam tomorrow. Today, I have kind of had like the ultimate lock-in. I got in kind of about like 8:30, and pretty much since then I've been working relatively non-stop. I took like a tiny break to go out for a bit with one of my friends, but then after that I literally came and jumped straight back in, and I had like 2 flashcards left to make. I calculated that there were about like 79 cases or something like that that I needed to know for my exam tomorrow, and I've made flashcards for all of them. This is articles 2, 5, 8 and 10, and I was working through article 11, and then the fire alarm went off 10 minutes before the end of the day. How poorly timed was that? I was literally gonna finish my flashcards and get out of there before everyone else got out, so I could, you know, avoid the gremlins that is school kids nowadays. I sound like an old person. Oh my god, I need to calm down. The fire alarm went off, which is great. So I had to go and stand outside for like 20 minutes. Yeah, I just left after that. I've sat back down at my desk because I'm going to finish off the last 2 flashcards or whatever it is that I need to make, and then I am going to revise this for a little bit. I feel like I haven't been, I don't know, I'm kind of like what the hell? I have an exam tomorrow. I was literally going to spend the evening playing Minecraft. What the hell? What is wrong with me? And then after the exam tomorrow, I've got one more on Friday afternoon. Sociology paper 3, which has been kind of what I've been least looking forward to throughout this entire exam season. I don't like sociology paper 3. I think this is literally the exact same wrangle that I've used like several times. Anyways, good morning guys. Happy Tuesday. It's a bit windy right now, and it's like, what's the time? Just before 7, something like that. So I have my law paper 3 exam this morning, and guys, can I be real? I literally couldn't care less. Like, I did not do my yoga, I did not do my meditation yesterday. I read over like most of my flashcards and then started playing Minecraft, can I just be real? So, no regrets though, honestly. I feel good for having done that. But yeah, I just couldn't care less for this paper. And I don't know why. Like, I'm just not in an exam mode for it. I just don't care. Like, I feel like I've just clocked out of exam mode. I'm done with law today. By 11 o'clock, I will be done with law. Also, I feel like I'm going to be completely thrown off because in my like exam hall. It's an old like sports hall. It used to be the sports hall for the school, and then they like it was for the older building, and then when they got the new building, they kept the exam hall because the exam hall was like the newer bit of the old building, and now it's like the old bit of the new building. That makes sense. And all our exams take place down there. There's like a main like big exam, and then there's like 2 smaller rooms upstairs. And this morning there's so many exams like timetabled. They've literally crammed us in like anywhere they can. I'm in one of these smaller rooms upstairs. I used the rooms for some of my GCSE exams, like GCSE music. Yes, I took GCSE music. I regret it. I got no benefit from it whatsoever. And then all my GCSE French, like higher stuff, because I did the higher tier. So there were like less of us, so they put us in the little rooms. And I don't know, I always felt thrown off by them because I'm so used to like the main exam setting with like the invigilators roaming everywhere. Good morning, everybody. This is the last time that I'm going to be saying good morning and walking to sixth form, which is quite honestly a little bit crazy because I've done this walk so many times over the last 2 years and it all just comes to an end today. So, it is Friday the 12th of June today, and it is my last exam day, and therefore my last ever day at sixth form. So, Sociology paper 3 today. How am I feeling? I honestly haven't put too much thought into it. I think the overpowering feeling at the minute is that this is my last exam and that I'm done after this. I've also got a massive tote bag with me, which is currently straining my shoulder. And in there I've got 4 textbooks, which I have borrowed over the last like 2 years, as in borrowed and then kept, and now I'm bringing them back. So I guess it's technically still a borrow because I'm giving them back, not keeping them for myself. But then I've also got some books in there as well, education related books that an ex-student gave me, so I need to drop those off. And I've also got all the cards from my teachers as well, so yeah. I'm going to be going into my school's sixth form. Just left. I pretty much got straight on with work. So for A levels, I'm making sure to make graduation. I am a first year sixth form student taking English literature, law and sociology in post-mock and celebration thing. It's the first day of the year 13. So I'm so tired. Well, what do I do with myself now?